The poster child for the subprime meltdown, Countrywide Financial, making more headlines today. 3 states are now accusing the company of unfair and deceptive lending practices.
California's Attorney General saying Countrywide exploited the American dream of home ownership. And the AG in Illinois charging the company saying it harmed tens of thousands of borrowers. And now Washington's governor claiming Countrywide targeted minorities.
While all this was going on, Countrywide shareholders today approving a Bank of America takeover. That's not a surprise, but should B of A really be buying this company? Let's ask our Bulls and Bears panel. Yeah, it's no surprise, Terry, that Countrywide shareholders are ecstatic.
It's like
about,
make my day.
Exactly. But Bank of American shareholders, what should they be thinking about this?
They should be thinking, what the heck is going on? And, you know, frankly, what I think is going on is that the Federal Reserve, quietly pushed B of A to make this acquisition.
We should mention, by the way, you've been targeting that. You've seen this coming a long way. You were one of the first people that spotted this as problems. But it's so down the line now. Is it possible for the shareholders to pull back and say, we don't want it?
I don't think so. I think it's pretty much a done deal. And you have to remember, Countrywide put Bank of America put $2 billion into Countrywide last August, on coincidentally the same day that the Fed opened up the discount window to Bank of America for $2 billion. But, so they already have a lot of money already in this thing.
Peter, the idea is that Bank of America is buying Countrywide's footprint, but can it afford to inherit all of Countrywide's problems?
Countrywide is a liability. I wouldn't take it if you gave it to me.
Let's tick it off. FBI investigation, FTC investigation, SEC is bearing down.
Look, it's lawsuits. I mean, look, when they first announced this deal, I said that anybody who owned Bank of America should dump the stock. It was going to be a drag on their earnings for years to come. There's nothing about Countrywide worth owning. If they wanted any of the assets, Bank of America should have let them go bankrupt, and then they could have picked the assets that they choose. They could have bought them without any of the liabilities.
So, Todd Wildman, this is crazy. I mean, we're looking at a train wreck about to happen, and we can't. Isn't there anything we can do to prevent it from happening?
Pretty much no, not for Bank of America. Remember the housing bill, what it's called in Congress among the Republicans, it's the Bank of America bailout bill.
That's
because
right.
Remember, all the mortgages that Countrywide issued, now you got this bailout from the federal government, and that's going to help Bank of America. If that bill doesn't pass or the president vetoes it and the Congress can't override the veto, Bank of America is going to be in deep trouble.
By the way,
because I worry more about the losses from the foreclosure than I worry about the
Yeah. And by the way, Jonas, let's face it. Countrywide basically pointed its conveyor belt at the Merrill Lynches of the world, who packaged these, Frankenstein securities backed by dead loans walking, this crazy drunken daisy chain of CDOs, right? So they could not possibly not let this Countrywide bank fail. I mean, is that what's going on here?
Countrywide couldn't handle the lending that they were doing, could not handle a downturn in real estate prices. It was a bit of a Ponzi scheme. It's not that it was so evil. As far as the deceptive practice, I get a deceptive offer every week from a financial service company when they say take out a home equity loan or your credit card advance to buy a travel vacation. That's
the loans backing these. In other words, more write-downs could have happened and erupted if Countrywide failed, right?
Countrywide had there was no future.
I'm talking about a Merrill Lynch and on Wall Street.
This company is going to cost Bank of America $20 billion. If they were independent, they would be.
What do you say, Terry Moore?
I think that Todd is right, that the home bailout is going to protect Bank of America to some of the downside, the same way J.P. Morgan is protected on the downside for Bear Stearns.
The real outrage is that taxpayers are going to have to pay for this.
Exactly.
Yeah. And of course, Bank of America is going to have problems with their existing loan base, their home equity loans, their credit cards that they've got on their books.
Shareholders are going to be paying for this because Bank of America is going to have to get that $2 billion back by offering stock when the stock falls another 50%.
And Angelo Mozilo walks away with hundreds of millions of dollars.
Ouch on that. We got to leave this segment.